So here we go, day 6. This is basically the last day where I have proper notes for you. The rest of the couple days here will just be straight practice. Okay? So 2 more days of practice after today. Okay, so Wednesday will be practice, Thursday will be practice test, and then Friday, the 29th, this Friday, you guys have to write your trig, okay? Most of you guys, I think, are pretty much ready. All right, solving more challenging problems involving 2 right triangles. I'll just give you a tip. Typically, you want to find a shared side. That's usually the go-to. That covers most of the situations. You just find the shared side. So if you look at this diagram underneath, you can see 2 triangles that are nestled up next to each other. They're touching. So which one of those sides is shared? This one, right? That's the shared side. So if you could find the shared side, it's connected to both. Find the shared side. I'm writing my notes double here. Find the shared side as it's connected to both. That makes sense, right? Both the triangles have it. So usually it's like the key to unlock the problem. So go ahead and label the first triangle. Why are we going to use ABC and not ACD? Why do we want to use ABC first? Just a quick scan on this triangle on this side. Is there anything you know about that triangle other than the angle? So if you don't have at least one side, you can't do anything. So we have to start with triangle ABC. Okay, mark 30. What does that make 18? Yeah, because op's down here, right? So 18 is the edge. The shared side is the hype. What's interesting, though, is that the shared side, is it the hype for the second triangle? No. So you got to be careful. Okay, so for first triangle, I got edge, so I can use cos or tan. Cos or tan. Which one does the hype? Cos or tan? So Katoa. Got them on the top left there. So clearly I have to use cos. Cos 30 will be equivalent to which ratio? Edge over hype. 18 over x, or in this case, I guess we can call it the line segment AC. You guys okay with that? Solving for AC, you have to do what a lot of you did properly on your quiz. It's a cross-multiply switch, so you end up dividing by the cos 30. Is everybody okay with that? If the unknown is in the denominator, cross-multiply switch. Make sure you're in which mode? Degree mode, good. I'm getting 20.8. You guys getting that? A lot of people had trouble rounding on the quiz. If that was nearest 10th, what would you put? 20.8, because the second digit is bigger than 5. Do they teach rounding in junior high and elementary school? 5 or bigger, right? So because 8 is bigger than 5, 5 or bigger, you can go 20.8. That would be nearest 10th. What would be nearest whole? 21. Good. What would be nearest hundredth? Now that I put the 4 up there, what would be nearest hundredth? 20.78. Because the 4 wouldn't make it round up, right? All right. Okay, so we know the hype is 20.8. Now let's use this 40 on the other triangle. Let's switch colors so that you can decipher my notes. If we have 40 down in the corner, that makes the yellow line the op. Very nice. And the whole point of this question is to find the line segment AD. So the question mark is the hypotenuse. Do you agree? Because it's across the 90. So then which formula are we using to do op and hype? So, who said that? So, good. Good man. Sine 40, op over hype. 20.8 over hype. This is another cross multiply switch. 20.8 over the sine 40. I'm going to use all the decimals from my calculator. I only round on my paper. I don't actually round in my calculator. You guys get that? So I got like 20.78460969. I'm going to divide that by sine 40. I get 32.3. And I guess this is meters because it's a side length. You guys feel okay about that one? So make sure you can do double triangles. Find the shared side as it's connected to both. Not bad, hey? See how it's nothing new? It's just sort of change the game a bit. Okay. So let's try this one. Did you need those notes still? Okay. Is it good now? All right. Number 2. Get this stuff out of the way. Find HI. Find HI to 2 decimal places. So HI is over here. In order to get over there, HI, how do we get over to this right side? We're going to first have to work over here, right? If you look at the right side, see how they give you this side length 27? So what do you need to find another side? You could get this side, the hypotenuse, and do Pythagoras. But I don't think you could get this hypotenuse because it's not connected to this one. See that problem solving? This hypotenuse is not connected to that triangle, so I can't find that hypotenuse. But what could I find? Yeah, this angle. So how could I find this angle? Find this one. And then you guys have to know a fancy rule about a straight line. What's the angle for a straight line? Yeah, 180. You guys know skateboarding, snowboarding? What happens when you do a half turn? 180, right? Am I facing the board? Now I'm facing you guys? What if you do the full turn? What's that? 360, right? Don't lie to me. Okay. So enough of me jumping around. Okay, so let's find this guy down here. Do we have enough information to find it? We have the 23 and the 14. Relative to this question mark, what's the 23? Up. And the 14 is the... How do you find angles? Nobody answer except for Zach. How do you find angles? You already answered this question today, remember? How do you find angles? Good man. Second function. Which one does op and add, you guys? So this time second function. Insert the ratio 23 over 14. And you get this angle. How are you doing, Mr. Layton? Is trig important? Absolutely. What course would you use trig in? Is it in Science 30? It's actually in business. It's in business? Okay, so we got 59 degrees. We have this 95 degrees. Add those up. What does that make? 154. 59 plus 95 is 154. So what's that missing piece down in the corner? 180 minus 154. 26. All right, any questions about that before we move on? A little bit of some extra knowledge from junior high with some basic geometry stuff. You might forget that stuff. What did we do? Absolutely, sir. This question mark on this side, we used trig to find it. Got 59, right? Added that up with 95. Got the 154. And then to get this missing piece, you have to subtract the total from 180. Because a straight line totals 180. Remember, I was doing turns. All right, now we can do the right side. HI is opposite. Do you agree? HI is opposite. And 27, we have to use that, is adjacent. So now we have tangent 26 equals HI is the op over the adjacent of 27. This one's a little bit easier to calculate because what happens with that 27? Just slides up to the front, right? You times 27 on both sides. I got 13.2. So high is 13.2. Yeah, use regular tan for solving for sides. Everyone's good on the notes? All right, let's jump to number 3. So now, do you remember we did a little bit of angle trickery in that last question? You also have to do that in this question. So I'm going to let you do it. You guys can start this. I'm not going to think for you. For the first minute, you have 1 minute to think about how I can problem solve this one. Keep it to yourself for 1 minute so that other people can think. Thirty more seconds. All right. Anybody want to throw out what they did? Go for it. Good. The missing angle up here? What'd you calculate? Okay, he says he added 52 and 90, and then he subtracted that from 180 and found 38. Do you guys see what he did there? Anybody else do that? Good job, you guys. Because that 105 represents the angle for that whole section up there, right? We can only do trig in Math 10 for the right angle triangles. In Math 11 and Math 12 you can do other triangles, but in this course only the right angles. Now where do we go from here? What's the first tip I gave you in this lesson? Find Find the shared side. Do we already have that? So we're going to use the shared side. We're going to use this shared side. What are we trying to find? Km. So we're going to have to break this problem into parts, solve for KL, and solve for LM. Get those two and add them up. So go for it. Try it out. Go for it. Try it out. You got this, you guys. All right, guys, I'm just going to put up the solution, and you can see and match if you got what I got. I use tan for 52. That would be 17 over KL. KL would be 17 over tan 52. Yes, you can do that, yep. As long as you get the same answer. Okay, once you have 13.3 down here, you can move to the other triangle. 105, take away 38. This guy is 67. You guys okay with that? And then if I use 67, LM is the op and 17 is the edge. So it's tan again. Tan of 67. LM over 17. Times by 17 on both sides. I got 40 plus the 13.3, 53.3. Okay, 53.3.